Welcome. This is Back to the Bins. I'm your host, Mr. B. If you've been here before, thanks so much for coming back, and if you're new here, thanks so much for tuning in. This is a comic book collecting program. I'm recently back into the hobby after a 30-year hiatus, and I've got nothing but great interest in everything that's happened and everything that's currently happening in comic books. And if you're somebody who isn't really into it for money. If you're not a speculator, if you're just interested in what's new, what's happening, and what the bins look like these days, then this is the program for you. I'm really here for the fun. I even go so far as to just collect comics sometimes because I like the covers. So if you're interested, let's see what we got. I have an FOC, and this is an FOC video, but as per usual, I did find some great stuff in the dollar bins and the back issue bins. But we will start with the FOC, and as usual, in alphabetical order. Right here, we've got the Amazing Spider-Man, Volume 6, number 46. This is the John Romita Jr. A cover. Not too bad, I suppose. It's nice to see Electro on the cover, but Electro looks a little too rudimentary for me. It's amazing to look at some of John Romita Jr.'s earlier work and see how great it actually is, and then see some of this at times. I don't want to get on him. I don't want to rag on him, but some of these covers could be better. And like I said, I'm a comic book cover collector, and these have just been amazing so far. This is the Amazing Spider-Man number 46, but this is the Mark Brooks headshot variant. I love that Spider-Man got Spider-Man, and just beautiful. Love it. Great stuff. Classic, iconic. Not reading this yet. I'm still trying to get some of the back issues, and I'm going to start reading it, hopefully, relatively soon, as there's already almost 50 issues. Keeping with the FOC, but moving over to DC Comics. This is something I am reading and have been reading. This is Batman, the Brave and the Bold, number 11. This is the Ashley Wood variant. Beautiful covers. These Brave and the Bold have just been amazing for covers, and I love this one. Batman looks so cool. This is an expensive title, and because of that, I'm going to just go for 12 issues and call it quits. There's been some great stories, been introduced to some great characters. DC, never really one of my things. But this has proven to really get me off and running, but for $8, I just don't think it's worth it. Back to Marvel, back to the FOC. This is Daredevil, number 7. It's the Aaron Kruger variant, and it's just gorgeous. I love that. This is a title I'm not reading. This is strictly being collected for the covers. I am doing a run of 12 issues, so here we are, halfway through, a little bit over halfway, and love this one. Beautiful cover. Absolutely fantastic. Look at that. All that glass breaking. Even like the name right there. It's beautiful. And in keeping with the FOC, but switching over, this is Image, I guess. It's still Image, but it's the Energon universe. This is Duke, number 4. This has been a really great title. This is an Andre Bressan and Adriana Lucas variant cover. This has been a pretty good book. If you were watching a couple weeks ago, I said I was just going to go for... well, this is actually a limited series. I don't know why I thought that... this was ongoing. No, this is actually a limited series. So 6 issues. So I guess we're just going to keep collecting this. This is Duke number 4. Love it. Love the Baroness in the knife. Duke getting himself into trouble and having to team up with the Baroness. Switching over to DC Comics. One of my favorite of all the books I'm reading. This is Green Arrow. This is Arrow number 10. This is the Sean Izaakse A cover. Really loving Green Arrow. But I'm sticking around for 12 issues, so we got 2 more. It's just shifting gears, just moving along, trying new things. I think that's one of the fun things about comics is you could, a run is usually a storyline is 6 to 12 issues. And here you get a nice run of a storyline, the beginning of a new one, and then you switch gears, find something new. But until then, I'm going to keep collecting, and I'm going to keep collecting some of these variants. This is the Jorge Fornes variant. I must be attracted to his artwork because I seem to be collecting a lot of it from the FOC and not really knowing that that's what I'm doing, but I do love it. I love this sort of textbook kind of maybe archery instructional manual. I love it. It's cool. Back over at Marvel for the FOC, this is Jackpot and Black Cat #1. It's a comic that seemed to be hit or miss with the folks, but this is those Greg and Tim Hildebrandt variants, the Marvel Masterpieces 3 variants. Love this one of Black Cat, just gorgeous. This has been a fantastic series of variant covers. Let me know if you're collecting these. I love it. This is a really good one too, by the way. And because that's not totally representational of the comic, I'm sure, I had to get one that was. So here's another variant for Black Cat and a Jackpot and Black Cat. This is the Joey Vasquez variant. I love this. Got a bit of a, I don't know, sort of a spy movie kind of look, like a poster for a spy movie or something. I like this. This is cool. Great colors too. Beautiful stuff. Not too familiar with his work, but I really like it if it's if this is what it looks like. Really good stuff. I love the gradient stuff here too. Great. Classic. And in keeping with Mary Jane, there's always a Spider-Man. This is Ultimate Spider-Man #3. This is the Mark Bagley connecting variant. This is awesome. This book is fantastic. Everybody who's reading it seems to love it. This seems to be the title to be reading if you're interested in Amazing Spider-Man or if you're interested in Spider-Man. This is great. I love this. And yeah, I think if it keeps up with this, then who knows what's going to happen to ASM. But something needs to happen. Switching gears, this is from Massive. This is another great story I'm enjoying. This is Zorro, Man of the Dead #3, the Ryan Sook variant. It's been a fantastic, this is like the sleeper hit, I think, of the first part of 2024. I love this. This has been a lot of fun. Pretty cool. The artwork is great. These covers have been fantastic, and I'm here for this kind of stuff. It's great. Well, that was it for the FOC pickups, but of course I did hit the dollar bins, and we're going to start things off with a series I'm collecting. This is X-Men Classics #63 from September of 1991. This is a Mike Mignola cover. I am collecting this whole run because it's a lot cheaper to collect this than it is to collect the X-Men run of that time. And some great covers. Mignola's cool. I love that. Another thing I'm collecting, also as well as the great cover, is Green Arrow from the 2000s. This is Green Arrow #11 from January of 2002. Cover by Matt Wagner and story by Kevin Smith. I'm trying to collect that Kevin Smith run. Harder to find, but from the dollar bins I've been doing pretty good. I think this is a fantastic cover though. Really love that. It's beautiful stuff. Nice painted work. Did find a small run of that Green Arrow. So this is Green Arrow #12 from February of 2002. Again, Matt Wagner on cover and Kevin Smith writing. This is the first appearance of Onomatopoeia, so perhaps this is also a minor key from the dollar bins. Nice little score there, I think. I love Hawkman, so this is pretty cool. Hawkman and the Green Arrow fighting each other out. I love that. So cool. And again, I got another one. This is #13 from April of 2002. Once again, Matt Wagner doing the cover, Kevin Smith doing the writing, and this is a great cover. I love this. This is fantastic. It's beautiful. Super cool. Nice to find those. It's harder and harder to find that Kevin Smith run, and I really want to dig into it because I'm loving Green Arrow from now. I like to read a little bit more of him from back then. I'm a sucker for gold key stuff, especially when it's my favorite TV show of all time, The Twilight Zone. This is Twilight Zone #52 from September of 1973. George Wilson on the cover. Not to mention the man himself, Rod Serling, and some crazy alien, perhaps running for its life. Who knows? I love it. If you've never watched the original Twilight Zone, some of it might be a little bit tacky, but always a great story and just fantastic for the time. Nice to find another one of these in the old dollar bins of the Twilight Zone. This is number 53 from November of 73. Once again, George Wilson on the cover. I love the skeleton playing the clarinet, and these sort of hippie reporters, journalists, finding out that they've just crossed over into the Twilight Zone. Look at that. Isn't that great? So cool. And 20 cents for a comic book. And this was one that was late coming to the LCS. Finally got this. This is No One, issue number 8. This is the Diego Greco variant cover. If you're not reading this, get the trade paperback when it comes out, because you're really going to love this. This is a fantastic story. It's also got a podcast. This is good stuff. Some of the best things I think I've been reading in comics. And I just love getting this book. And it runs 10 issues. And like I said, this is issue 8. So there's not much left. But these have been absolutely fantastic. Well, that is everything we got, folks. Hopefully you enjoyed what you saw. And if you did, please like, comment, and subscribe. I'd love to have a small community or a large community of people who are fresh back into comic books, or who just want to look at comic books, who want to talk about comic books, who aren't so interested on all the small details, the value and things like that. There's nothing wrong with that. But I just appreciate what I can find in the dollar bins and everywhere else, and finding the stuff and having it, looking at it, and reading it. That's really where the fun is. And if that's you, like, comment, subscribe. Thank you so much for joining me. I'll see you next week. I just came back from a great trip to my LCS. There was a huge sale. I got a whole bunch of great books. And we're probably going to do just a cover look. I'm not even going to be in the videos. We're just going to show the books. I got a lot of them. 89 books I got. We'll do a Marvel and we'll do a DC. And hopefully you can like and enjoy that as well. But until then, see you next time. Comics are good.